Hi, everybody. Thank you for taking a few minutes to be with me today. I'm Ray Fisher with the Automotive Service Association, and I wanted to kind of recap this past week for you, just to kind of give you some updates of what's been going on. Last Friday, as you know, the President signed the stimulus bill of $2 trillion, and so we followed it up, dissected that over the weekend, and everybody at the association has been working pretty hard to get that information out to you in a timely fashion. So Monday, we met with our affiliates to kind of brief the affiliate leadership as to what's entailed in the bill, what to be looking for in the near future, and prepare everybody so we can prepare you, the shop owner or small business owner, here as far as what's available to you. And I'll get to that in just a moment. Tuesday, we followed up with a trade press, and Bob Redding, myself, and we were honored to have Congressman Buddy Carter out of Georgia with us, who is serving on the committee and basically represents both healthcare and the auto repair industry, believe it or not. And so he had a lot of insight, and I encourage you to watch that program as well. We have that on our website. I'll tell you about that in a few minutes, but he had some very good optimism for us and why things have happened. And kind of encouraged everybody, basically to not let our pride get in our way. This is something that has never happened in our lifetime, and this is why they took the measures they did, and he explains that a little bit, that it's like no other circumstance. This isn't a bailout. This is not something that was bad business choices by anybody or anything like this. This was, as he said, this is something that just caught everybody completely off. And the main focus that he said this administration wanted to do was to make sure that we maintain the employer-employee relationship, and that we didn't lose people to unemployment who then went to other sectors or things of that nature. They wanted to keep that relationship going, which is, we know, prior to all of this, we were already challenged a little bit for technician procurement anyway. So great opportunity for us. So two very important takeaways on that. One, he talked about the Paycheck Protection Program, or the PPP, and to get with your local banker now and sign up for that program, because not only will it take care of payroll through June 30th, I believe it is, but also rent, their benefits, and some other factors that qualify as well. And so you want to go to your local lender, make sure that they kind of know about small business loans, because you don't want somebody learning on this one right now, but make sure they're versed in it. And I want to tell you, it'll be just the starting of the process, because as the representative stated, or the congressman stated, and also Bob Redding also mentioned on that call Tuesday, was that unlike anything in history, this is catching Washington, D.C. off guard, and all the departments are involved. They're fast tracking everything. So normally what happens in a 4 to 6 month period is going to happen in 30 days or less. So there's going to be some bumps. There's going to be some obstacles. If you run into something, let us know that. If somebody gives you pushback, let us know that, and we will get with the necessary authorities to fix it. But as Bob mentioned too, we expect by Friday afternoon or Friday evening, a majority of the regulation will already be written, which again, that normally takes 30 to 45 days. We're talking 1 week here. That's how rapid and fast track this is happening. So just like in our businesses, we can imagine there's going to be some errors, okay? So be patient with it. We're here to help you on that. The other piece was an EIDL, or the Emergency Injury Disaster Loan, and that's done through the SBA. So if you go to the SBA.gov website, at the top of the page, you talk about COVID-19 and assistance, click here or something like that. Click on that, start the process, get that loan developed going for you. As the congressman said, there's a fast track of $10,000 to you, and there's also additional funds available. A lot of these loans eventually will be relinquished if you qualify, meaning that if you maintain the records, maintain your employee staffing and things of that nature, That's the whole idea of the stimulus. They're not out to hurt the small business owner. They're out to help you, but they want to have some skin in the game, shall we say. So take advantage of those two things. Okay, that's very important. Get on it right now. There are some more things that we expect to be happening also as we go forward. This could be the start of things. But anyway, I wanted to let you know about that. The other thing we did this week was we reached out to our committees, our collision ops committee and our mechanical ops committee. And these are individuals like yourselves. They're kind of leaders in their own areas of the country who operate or a small business owner as a mechanical repair facility or a collision repair facility. And we wanted to see what's happening on the ground. So they've given us some feedback that there's some concerns about parts availability, especially when it comes to not so much in the aftermarket, but when it becomes a dealer item only. So one of the things we've done, we're going to continue doing, is we've started reaching out to some of the state dealer associations right now, because a lot of the states, I forget what the last number was, I think it's 31 states have a stay-at-home order right now by the government, meaning that only essential employees are able to go to work, like your technicians and most of your staff are eligible because we're part of transportation. But anyway, so we've been reaching out to them and say, hey, we understand that you may be closing your showrooms down and your used car department down and things of that nature, but potentially maybe the switchboard operator is not there either. So we've been reaching out to them and encouraging the dealers in the various areas to reach out to their communities, to the folks like yourselves, the small business owners, and let you know how to contact their parts department, because chances are, as we've been finding out, the parts department, the service department, meaning the fixed operations of the dealership, and if they have a body shop, are open, even if it's a skeleton crew. But we've been encouraging them to get the word out to their dealers, to reach out in their local communities, to let you know if it's online portal, if it's texting, if it's an email, if it's a different phone number, whatever it may be. So we're working on that with you and on behalf of you to make sure that line of communication continues or remains open. And we're going to continue to work on that effort. The other thing that we've been doing is working with our partners like Advance Auto Parts, AutoZone, the group. And, they've reassured us so many times that they are ready for this. They want to help, and please reach out to them. They're very cognizant of what the CDC or the Center for Disease Control criteria is. They're respectful of the 6-foot rule and all the concerns that we all have as citizens of the country right now. They're very cognizant of, but they're willing to help and do whatever it takes to get the parts to you to keep you going as well. So if you have any hiccups, get a hold of us. And I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes, but make sure that you support them as they support us, meaning support our industry. They're right there for us, and we can keep this going. So a few other things that we did was, as we were talking with the two groups, as I mentioned, people expressed concerns about workload. And so many, obviously, probably many of you are already doing this, but they're offering pickup and delivery services and, showing that you're open. Make sure, you light up the place, that people driving by, if they're going to the grocery store, see that your shop's open. Put a sign in the windows, balloons, whatever it may take, to kind of draw attention to your facility, to make sure that people see that you're open. That was one of the big takeaways, and ramp up your marketing via social media and whatever means you have of contacting consumers, and let them know as well. And then kind of keep a reminder, these are difficult times and we're all concerned, and we want to be careful with our money right this minute. And we should all get that and understand that. But also, let's get them thinking a little further ahead as well, because we're hoping that as April continues, that there's going to come a time where some things start returning a little bit more towards a new normal. But as we talk about that, remind them why now is a good time to get their car maintained and repaired. They don't have to worry about negotiating a ride from somebody else necessarily. They don't have to worry about renting a car for an alternate means of transportation right now, because you're offering this unique service of pickup and delivery. And if they don't want you to deliver the car, one of the things that you can do, one of the suggestions that one of the committee members had was get some realtor boxes, with a combination like you see on houses. Put their keys in that so that you don't have to worry about breaking on their cars. Put their keys on that with a combination on it and give that to them so that they can get their keys and pick up after hours or whatever that may be when they go to a store run or to the doctor or things of that nature. So these are some innovative ways to do things. And one of the things I liked hearing as well was, I thought was kind of unique, seeking and getting authorization. One of the things you can do is put an authorization form on your website. Remember seeing these? For a while we were told they were going to go away. Well, they're back because people are using them a lot more. They're getting more innovative on the QR codes. So you could have your authorization form on your web page, put that link into a QR code. Many times if you Google QR code creator, you can get free ones by just putting in your email address and things of that nature and develop a QR code like this. And then that way, nobody's touching anything, and they can scan on their phone. So if it's an Android or an Apple phone, you go to your camera, you can hold it over a QR code, and this can happen with any product, not just this. Hold it on that, it'll populate the URL, you tap on that, and it'll take it right to the website. And if your form happens to be on that, that's what's going to come up, and they can do everything right from their smartphone. So another way to keep the contact at minimum or away, and yet still give you the opportunity to do things. We've got some more tips we're going to be developing over the next few days and into next week. Hopefully some of the things we've been doing in Washington, D.C. will settle down a little bit, but we are getting more information tonight as I speak, and we'll be putting that out as well. Let us know your worries or your obstacles, and if you have any concerns or obstacles that you're facing, email us at worries, WORRIES, at asashop.org. That's worries at asashop.org. And ASA Shop is together. Don't hyphenate it or put a period in between or anything like that. So worries at asashop.org. And as you file for the two loans, we have two takeaways, remember, the PPP and the EIDL. As you file for that, kind of keep us updated. See how when you get responses back, kind of give us a time frame so we can kind of watch it. Because that way we can give feedback to the departments that we know and have relationships, and or congressmen or senators that we know in Washington, D.C. We can say, hey, this is taking longer, or this is going well. We had this little hiccup or whatever, and we can pass that information on. And we want to develop a frequently asked question so we can keep everybody informed as well. So please keep that going. So worries at asashop.org. And now one last final thing. The staff has been working hard, and I'm very proud of them. And it's been a lot of energy to keep this going. But here's a concern we have. Right now, we don't have any of the outside income like we used to with events and things of that nature. So we're really relying on our dues right this minute. So if you're a member of the association, number one, I want to say thank you very much for your support. We're here to service you. We always have been, and we will continue to do so in the future. As you can see, the importance of our advocacy, it's really being demonstrated 1,000% right this minute, if not more. So please, if your dues are coming up for renewal, stay on top of that and help us out. There's programs available to the Small Business Administrator for small businesses. As a 501c6, we cannot qualify for that. The paycheck protection program, that we are not allowed to take advantage of that, unfortunately. So we are on our own on this. And it's our members that will help us stay through this. We want to keep delivering the service we want to do. We haven't done any layoffs, and we're hoping not to, but we're asking for your help. If it'll help you, we can do a quarterly credit card processing as a recurring instead of having to do an annual lump sum. If that's what it would do to help you, we need our membership. If you're not a member, please go to our webpage, asashop.org. It's time to get involved. We've been helping you. We need you to help us. If you go to asashop.org, at the top you'll see a red box that says want to know more about ASA. Click here. Please click there and join. And we'd really like to have you as a member, because we want to make sure that we represent the industry as well, and you're part of that industry. So thank you very much. That's a snapshot of this week. Appreciate the support. Get those 2 calls of action going for yourselves to make sure that you get that PPP going and EIDL, as I mentioned. On our website at the COVID site, you'll be able to find the video there. Click on that so that you can hear it right from the congressman of what's going on in Washington, D.C. I want to thank you all very much for being part of the industry. Keep your heads up. We're going to get through this together. Stay healthy, stay safe, and we look forward to talking to you soon.